Hello all, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will discuss the difference between API and RESTful APIs. API stands for Application Programming Interface. An API is a general term for a set of rules and mechanism that allows the software component to communicate with each other. And also it provides a way for a developer to interact with the system or a library. And RESTful API is a representational state transfer. It follows a set of architectural principles for designing a network application. It is uses standard HTTP methods, and it is typically is stateless, meaning the server does not retain the client information between the requesters. Let's take one scenario like performing operations on a product, meaning it will manage the product inventory, including adding product and retrieving a product details and updating a product details. We'll take this example and we'll see an action. For that I am going to create one ASP.NET Core Web API project. I'll choose a ASP.NET Core Web API template, click on next. I'll give project name as API versus RESTful API. RESTful API. Click on next, click on create. This will create one project. We are going to do operations on a product, so I will create a product class with properties like ID, name and price. Just right click on the project, add a class. I'm going to give a product. The class name is product. Just click on add. I'll include three properties, which is ID and name and price. ID, name and this will be decimal and price. Now first we'll add a non-RESTful endpoint. The controller will add and will add three actions. One is add product, get product and update product. Let's add one controller. I'll choose API, click on that. I'll give name as a non-RESTful API. Just click on add. I'm not going to do any DB operations like saving a product details in a database and retrieve from the DB or updating from the DB. So I'm going to use a product, which is I'll declare in the static variable and I'll store it here itself. Private static list of product. I'll use list of product and I'll create an object here itself. First I will write a method to add a product into product list. So this is an HTTP post. I will use HTTP post. This is an add. I will give as a add. Now public action result add product. I'll accept this product data from body product. First I'll add it here. I will increment the product ID as dynamically. So product dot ID equal to products dot count plus 1. This will auto increment the product data. So once the product is added, I will return as a product added successfully and the added product to return. Okay off. I will construct on JSON. The JSON consists on message like product added successfully and the product details. there is a add a product, and I will get the product. I mean I will pass a ID, I will get the respective product details. For that I am going to use a get method, http get. Here I am going to use this is a product details. I will name it as a details. Public action result get product, and if I am passing a product ID, if the product ID is not present in the products, I will return as a product not found. So where product, and I will use this first star default ID equal to ID, and if product is not found, I'll return not found. This will return as a product not found. If the product is found, I'll return the product data. So next I will write for a update the product details. So this also I will use a HTTP post. The template I'll use update public action, and this is not a delete, update product. This also I'll accept from body product. Here also same, like if I pass, I'll say like ID, I will get product ID and the product name, product price. Based on the ID, if product is not present, I will return as a not found. If it is present, then I will return as a update the product details. So here also use the same object. I will use update product dot ID. So if the product is found, then I will use product dot name updated product. So product dot price equal to update. So I will return after update, I will return as a same. I will construct a one JSON, one message I will return like product updated successfully, and updated product details equal. So now I have written add details and update. So basically the non-RESTful APIs endpoints will action oriented. It will focus on the action which we are doing, adding a product, or get the product details, or updated product details. Next we will implement for the RESTful APIs. So same logic I am going to use. I will add one more controller. This will be RESTful API. Just click on add. I am going to copy the same logic here. I am not writing anything again. I will copy this and I will modify the few things. So this, the adding a product, I will use as a HTTP post only. First I will use this same product list as a static. Similar way, like I'm going to add a product, this will the same, and I will not use this kind of return. So here I'm going to use created action and name of get product. The get product already the method is available in the below, so I will use the same get product comma, and I will return as a ID. The ID which we created ID I will return product ID comma product. The product is done. Then I will write for a get. I'll use a get. Instead of details, I'm going to pass a ID. And here also is the same. I will not return any message, just for a differentiate. I can use it or not use it is fine. So similar way for update also I'm going to pass ID, and instead of along with a from body I'm going to use ID. So this ID I'm going to have it here. Here also same. You can return or you no need of return also is fine. So instead of this I am going to give as a no content. We have written a logic adding a product and get the product details, and also update the product details. Now let's see the difference between RESTful and non-RESTful APIs. The non-RESTful APIs are like task oriented, meaning it will focus on only the specific action, whether adding or get details or update. It will directly cause the functions. It will directly perform these actions. And RESTful APIs is like not a task oriented. It's like a resource oriented. It will focus on managing entities or resources. It will manipulate and manage the resources using a HTTP methods. So the functionality will be the same for APIs and RESTful APIs. Only the context of API and RESTful APIs are different. Let's execute this project. Now if you see here, the first three endpoints are non-RESTful endpoint, and the second three are RESTful APIs. The non-RESTful APIs are easiest to set up for simple, and also it is the action oriented endpoints. And RESTful endpoints are like better for a complex application with multiple resources. And also it is a more standard and extensible approach. It is more suitable for web services, modern web services, and scalable architectures. And also is aligned with web standards and HTTP conversions. And if you want to need a quick and task oriented endpoints, you can go with non-RESTful endpoints. You don't require any scalability or resource based structure. You can go with this. If you want to build a scalable and resource based application, we have to go with the RESTful endpoints. If you want to standardize a principle like HTTP conversion based, you can go with the RESTful endpoints. I hope in this video I covered APIs and RESTful API differences. If you have any doubts, please comment on this video. I'll respond it. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.